Roosevelt's New Deal. From the crisis of the Great Depression to the era of extraordinary changes. Written by Truman, narrated by John Sullivan. Chapter 1. Introduction. The New Deal era was a significant turning point in 20th-century American constitutional evolution. The deep economic crisis that gripped the country during the Great Depression sparked a period of remarkable legislative ferment, resulting in several astonishingly broad-ranging and far-reaching changes in the American legal and constitutional system. By the time the United States was dragged into World War II, Congress would have extraordinary power over the country's peacetime economy. The national legislature funded many expenditure initiatives to alleviate misery and boost economic growth, while enacting a remarkable series of regulatory measures to restore health to the convulsing economy. The administration of these new federal provisions and control programs necessitated the formation of many new federal agencies as well as the significant expansion of existing ones. This resulted in an explosive growth in the size and power of the federal bureaucracy and the full flowering of what appeared to be a developing administrative state in retrospect. The presidency, supported by a greatly expanded staff and imbued with enhanced authority over executive branch agencies, stood at the summit of this rising budgetary and administrative structure. Just as the president emerged from the Great Depression with increased control over domestic administration, the commander-in-chief would enter World War II with greater discretion over American foreign policy. Meanwhile, the federal judiciary would grow more forceful in defending civil rights and liberties such as free speech and the rights of the accused. Even as it retreated from its traditional role as the federal system's arbitrator and custodian of vested rights. In upholding new redistributive and protective legislation programs previously criticized as special or partial legislation, the Supreme Court's changing jurisprudence paved the way for a form of national politics openly based on an interest group pluralism paradigm. The massive expansion of the federal government's size, authority, and responsibility was the New Deal's defining transformation. A growing belief that only the national government could successfully alleviate the prolonged misery created a significant impetus to the centripetal pressures of regulatory and fiscal centralization. President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal would result in a dramatic expansion of both the extent and ambition of federal authority. Federal spending programs now sought to ensure economic security for all residents, while Congress expanded its regulatory authority over areas traditionally dominated, if at all, by state governments. Federal authorities now have power over banking, stock markets, agriculture, energy, industrial labor relations, etc.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?